that I own. Any trip but you. Yeah, so I made this. Figure out which ones might need to get going. Alright guys, this is our first day of Bookmas. Hi, welcome. It is officially Christmas time, and when I tell you that this is my season, but alas, we are not truly in the season until things have been decorated. So, because I can't get my Christmas tree until this weekend, I thought that I would start with my bookshelves. And I also realized that I'm probably due an unhaul because I have accrued far too many books that I got from secondhand bookstores that I just don't know if I'm gonna read because my tastes have changed. And then also just to give a bit of a tour of what's left because I actually have not done one of those yet. That is the plan. We're gonna go into town, head into the shops, see what decorations we can find, and then we'll come back and get into it. Okay, so I truly, first of all, don't know how to deal with this friend situation. I think we're just gonna go rogue. I don't have a plan for decorations, so I think we're just gonna wing it. We're gonna just figure it out as we go. I already ordered some candles, so we're good on that front. But yeah, I'm gonna keep listening to this book. I'm 90% of the way through, so I'm hoping we can finish that off while we're shopping. So, we officially have supplies to decorate. I'm very excited. Before we get into decorating, I desperately need to do a bit of a cleanup and assess of my shelves. I haven't done one at all this year. Fun fact, if you didn't know, I had none of these books prior to a year ago because, long story short, I lived in a bus and a van for almost 5 years. And I was just traveling around the world. And so when you live in a teeny tiny space and you're traveling constantly, having books, not ideal. So I read a lot on my Kindle and I thrifted a lot of books and just would pass them back to thrift stores when I was done with them. So I didn't get to keep any books. So that's why I have so many. I was just making up for lost time. All of that is to say a lot of these books are actually thrifted. So when I first got here, I had all these shelves and I didn't have any books on them, and so I thrifted quite a few. I want to go through just to make sure all the books that are on there I actually will read, and if not, I will be thrifting them back. I will do my little routine that I apparently do. And then yeah, as we're doing that, I will walk you through what actually is up there and then we will decorate. Alright, so I feel a little bit overwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie, but this is fine. So over here is my Christmas pile of books. So this is books I read last year and books I intend to read this year, and also books that I would recommend for Christmas that I own. Then we have the entire Shadow Me series, which I was meant to start reading, but life has happened. Alas, that is going to be moved into next year, but I have read the first one and I'm excited. Then over here we have all of my like Illumicrate special editions, or I should say Afterlight special editions. I'll show you. Oh my goodness. Oh, I should actually add that. Huh. I have this one I read last year. I didn't even finish it, which is a shame. So maybe I will give that a second go this year, but it was just not my vibe at the time. Any Trip But You, I haven't started. That is giving winter. Pretty. I'm gonna add that to my Christmas pile, in fact. And we have Under Lock and Key, which honestly I have been saving this. I haven't read this on purpose because I really want to read this in Scotland. I don't know if you guys know this, but I do these series where I'll like travel reading a book set in that place. This must be read in Scotland. There are no arguments to be had. Yeah, so everyone else read this and freaked me out, thinking that I wouldn't like it. Ironically, Jake has read this and I haven't read it. So, and then we have Happy Place, which is my little Emily Henry set. They are so cute. I love them. Okay, so we have those. This is just a genuine pile of books that had to be moved because, oh my god, dust. Oh, that's appalling. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, these books were miscellaneous books that didn't have like a spot, so they just went on the top. We have Legendborn. This book is on my to-do list for next year. Non-negotiable. Must be read. If I don't read it, hold me accountable. Okay, then we have The Starless Sea, to be read. Crooked Kingdom, to be read. Neverwhere, half read. Upgrade, haven't read. My god, we're gonna hear this a lot, I think. So no, we're gonna continue to walk you through what's happening on my shelves, and then we will move things because otherwise it's gonna be chaos. Okay, so then over here I have like my YA section, which isn't strictly YA to be honest, but it's got my Terry Pratchett, which I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even think that Terry Pratchett is necessarily strictly YA. I don't know, but I have his Discworld series, like starter pack, if you will. I just have never read it and I always wanted to. John Green's and just like a few miscellaneous, like I had the selection up there, which I tried. Then over here is my literary fiction section. I've read very little of these this year. It has not been the literary fiction year. I love to buy literary fiction books. Oftentimes I will read the blurb, see the picture on the front, and go, hey, that looks like it's for me. But I don't look up Goodreads. No, why would I do that? That would just make sense. Sally Rooney is really popular in... I must explain myself. A lot of these are thrifted. And Sally Rooney is very popular here because she is an Irish author. And so, anyway, I have a lot of her books. I found this in impeccable condition. I was so impressed, like, for £2. Anyway, but I listened to the other one. The one that isn't on my shelf. Go figure. I have a little Chloe Walsh Boys of Tommen section. I did a reading vlog of just this series and I haven't gotten to the 6th one yet, but it is coming. And by that I mean I want to read it soon. My most prized possessions face forward, obviously. So we will probably continue to face those forward. We have a little romance section over here. Fairy Loots, Skip Shock, probably one of my favorite reads of the year. Alchemized again. I have a miscellaneous pile here. I have a lot of miscellaneous piles, actually. This is why we're doing this, actually. Over here, what do we even have here? I don't even know. Look, I think this was... Oh, okay, yes. There was some rhyme or reason to it. So this is like my indie pub area of my shelf. So I have like the Wolf King and the Night Prince over here, which I just demolished those recently. Diabound and the Atlas 6. Which I've never read the Atlas 6 indie. I actually read the traditionally published one, but when I saw this, I knew I had to have it. Like, look at, have you seen the drawings in this? So anyway, I had to get that. Then we have Magnolia Parks. Gosh, and then from there, we kind of just get a little bit chaosy. There's not really a rhyme or reason to it. Like we have our Charlene Harris box set, which again I was meant to get to this year and it just never happened. Miscellaneous. We have Mistborn that I still have not read, and this is like an amalgamation of I don't even know what's happening. Like we have some thrillers in there, we have like some horror and like a romance. I don't know what's happening. Okay guys, it's desperate, it's dire. This is the situation as it is. We need to amend. So I'm gonna get all these books off the shelf and then we're gonna go through them and see what's gonna be kept and what's gonna go. Okay. And this is why you always check your shelves. Well, this is kind of unhinged. I didn't even know how many books we had in here. I didn't think it was this many. Yeah, wow. All right, now we're gonna sort through the books and figure out which ones might need to get going. Okay, so shelves have been cleaned. I am overwhelmed. This is truly crazy. Yeah, that's insane. Okay, game plan. So I think what we're gonna do is I've gotten rid of all the books that I want to move on, gift forward, if you will. But before I put any of the books back on the shelves, I think I'm actually going to figure out where I want to put all the decorations, and then I can figure out where to move the books around that. I think that's going to be easier than like adding the books and then having to redo it. So let's throw the decorations on here. So for decorations, the first major piece is, yeah, so I made this, which is super cute, but I'm now wondering if it's a bad idea to have greenery around my books. It's dry, so I think it's fine, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. Yeah, we're going to keep it on, because I have a plant, and he's just like a dry plant. He doesn't get very wet, so I feel like that's okay. Anyway, so the vision is we're going to have this like running along the top, and then I have like a few candles. I will get them, hold on. Pretend candles, LED candles that I'm going to put around. And then I have like a little ornamental house, which is super cutesy. And then like kind of just miscellaneous. Like I have a few little decor things and then like some pine cones. I honestly think what we're going to do is put the major pieces down, and then I might just like add as we go. It's like, yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Okay, hold on. I think we might be done. Watch this. Oh yeah. And then, that's cute. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Hold on. So I think this is it. I think we're done. We have like, I put Let It Snow as a little feature book over here. For the Christmas, this is very cute by the way, this is by John Green. I have my little like Christmas TBR here. I have my little, by the way, the anxiety that I get whenever I see other people with these, because I hate bending a spine, but for some reason the way I did it didn't even bend the spine. So I'm not mad, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, it's pretty cute. And it's all Kristen Hannah, which I feel like is on theme. I am actually so glad that I did a clean. This is your sign that if you haven't cleaned your shelves, you should, in fact, do that. I got rid of about 10 books, which, you know what? I probably need to get rid of more. But for now, I feel like that's a good start. I've moved my romance section to here a little bit more like front and center. I still kept my lit fic / fiction up here. For some reason I moved these, like I've got like random like Reader's Digest, I found again secondhand, a Reader's Digest pack of like Wuthering Heights, A Tale of Two Cities, and 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I have not read Wuthering Heights. It's essential. I have to do that next year. And then I moved all of my Fairy Loots over here. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap us on day 1 of Bookmas. So exciting. Like, I don't know if the Christmas tree over here should be like a little bit more central. I don't know. So we might have some things to like move around and things like that, but I feel like it's mostly done and I'm very happy I did a clean of my shelves. Yeah, look, if there's any books that you've like spotted on my shelves that you're like, I have not seen you do a reading vlog of that and you want me to be doing it, please let me know, because indeed they are on my TBR somewhere in the future. So I can always just move it up, you know? Anyway, guys, I think that is going to be it for today. As always, happy reading. I hope you're reading something festive today. I would love to know in the comments what you are reading. I am also about to start to get into my festive reading. And so yeah, any of your favorites, please let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one.